Welcome back to the Genuine Ginger Experience. Hi, I'm your host. Oh, excuse me. Gosh, I have a cough, so I'm your host, though. My name is Mackenzie Quintana, and on this podcast, I share um, how I went, and hopefully how maybe you can too go from being surface level happy to living a life that you truly love. Um, Thank you for being here. I'm just really great. I'm really great. Well, I am really great, but I'm really grateful that you are here, that you choose to listen to my podcast, and that you're liking it. I'm assuming if you're still here listening, that means that you have been liking it. And I would so appreciate it if you would leave a review for me to help this podcast get more noticed and just get more ears on it, and give it a share. Screenshot your screen right now of you listening to this and share it to your stories and tag me or whatever. Just I would love it if more women could hear these messages. So thanks for being here. I Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. I have a gift for you. I'm going to walk you through a day or a morning, or we'll see how far we get, of magic. So, wherever you are, just take a deep breath and let it all go as you breathe out. Just let it go. Whatever it is that you need to let go, just let it go and let yourself experience this magic that I'm going to share with you. Okay, so you are laying in bed. You're sleeping. It's the morning time, and in comes a child, and they start pulling on your arm, and they need you. And as they tug on your arm, or they're speaking to you and asking you for your help, you realize they're touching your arm. They're speaking to you and you can hear them. That means you have a body. You have a body that does everything that you need it to do. Maybe some days better than others, but it has bones and organs and muscle and skin and hair and eyes and ears and a mouth and a nose and legs and arms. And it does so many amazing things. Maybe it created even life. And it's yours. It's a body. You have a body. It's incredible. It's incredible. All the things that your body does without you even thinking about it, without you even giving it any attention. Your body does such amazing things. And you get up and you follow your child because, of course, they're hungry. And you notice how this child just has a spark, just has magic. They see things differently. They see you differently. They see not a mom who's perhaps needing some more sleep, perhaps not feeling her best self. They see a mom who loves them unconditionally. A mom who gets up every day and does her best to be there for them. They see a mom who is beautiful and kind and loving. And as you go into the kitchen, you go perhaps to your pantry or your fridge to find this little one some food, or maybe it's a big one. And you stop and you look at your fridge or your pantry, and you look at all of the food that you have right in front of you, just waiting there, for you to reach out and grab it. You didn't have to harvest it or pick it, or maybe you did. Maybe that brought you a lot of joy, but it's just there. You had the money to pay for it. You have a home to keep it safe in. It's just there. You just have food right there. And it's food that nourishes you and fills your tummy and your kids' tummies. It gives them energy to get through the day, and it's just there. It's just there, waiting for you to use it, and you didn't have to do anything besides go out and buy it. Perhaps you had to work for the money for it, and what a blessing that was, for you to just have food. You stand and you look around in your kitchen, and you notice all the other things that you have, the abundance that is around you. You have a home. Perhaps it's not your dream home, but it's a home. It's a place for you to be safe. It's a safe for your children to be safe. You look at your kitchen table, your stove, your microwave, your fridge, your sink. You have a sink. You walk over to the sink, and with the simplest motion of your hand, water starts running freely. Water running freely. Do you know how many millions of people in the world don't have that luxury? But you do. You are so blessed. You get your little one some food and perhaps turn a TV show on for them, and they're so excited to watch their favorite TV show. And you recognize how they're so lit up by the simplest things. You go back to the kitchen and perhaps get yourself your favorite drink or your favorite breakfast. You sit down and you take it in. Either you take a sip or you take a bite or whatever it is, and it tastes so good. You notice the sensations, the flavors in your mouth. Maybe they tickle your throat a little bit. Maybe it's just so savory and yummy. You notice that different places in your mouth react differently. And there's different sensations happening in your mouth, and it feels so magical. And you've never realized that before. Just how magical it is to eat food. That it goes into your stomach, into your body, and your body does everything that it needs to do with it, all on its own, to give you energy to go through the day. Gosh, it's amazing. It's just amazing. You continue through your day like this, but this time, instead of rushing from one thing to the next, or maybe trudging your way from one thing to the next, from one mess to clean up to the next, from one errand to run or one job to get to the next, or one pickup and drop off, instead of just going through the motions of these things, you start to notice the magic that there is to be seen amidst these experiences of your day. As you walk out to your car, you realize you have a car. Or maybe it's some other mode of transportation. Or maybe you get to walk where you're going to. And what an amazing experience and blessing that is. Whatever it is, what a blessing it is that you can freely move around from one place to the next. Or maybe you're just staying home. What a blessing that is. That you get to just be home with your kids and with yourself. That you get to choose how to live your day. And you go outside perhaps and you breathe in the air and you notice something that you didn't notice before. Maybe it's a little flower growing through the cracks, or maybe it's the leaves on the trees that are starting to change. Maybe it's a tiniest tinge of cool air or warm air. But you get to notice it. You get to experience it. And you realize how magical it is. How magical this world is. That there's just life happening all around you. And you're a part of it. And not only that, but that you get to create it. You get to create your life. You get to choose what your life looks like. And sometimes that's hard to realize. It's hard to believe that you have a choice. But little by little, you start to realize that you do. And what an amazing thing that is. As you go through your day, living your life this way, this new way, you realize how much you've missed out on. But instead of feeling sad, you're just so grateful for this new way that you have to look at your life. This new way to really experience the little things that are so truly magical. You get to realize just how blessed you are. Even though your life maybe isn't perfect, maybe it's not exactly the life that you pictured you'd have, it's so good. It's so good. You realize there is so much goodness in your life. And as you go to bed that night, perhaps feeling tired from the activities of the day and just life, because life is tiring and taking care of kids is tiring. But instead of going to bed and feeling tired and worn out and lifeless, you look back on your day and you see the magic and you remember the gratitude. And instead of dreading the next day, another day of going through the motions, trudging along, there's a tinge of excitement to see what magic the next day is going to have, to see what new, joyful, beautiful thing you're going to discover, to see what ways God has blessed you that you didn't notice before, or that maybe you just took advantage of. And you sigh. You sigh in gratitude. And you're smiling to yourself as you drift to sleep, thanking Heavenly Father for the many things that He has given you, or thanking the universe for the life that it has given you. And as you drift to sleep, your heart is full of peace and gratitude and joy. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you know how truly blessed you are and how magical your life already is. I love you. I will talk to you next week. Have a great day.